Wakey.
Welcome back to I'll Make a Stay Out of You, the podcast where I, Ralph, show stray kids to my friend Tim. Tim, how's it going?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you, Ralph?
I've been Ralphing around the place. It's been a Ralphie day, as you know.
Yeah.
And but it's been good. It's been a good week. The kids are at school, both of them now, which has been a little hectic. Mornings have been hard. We're all trying to get used to the routine because we got two kids going in, two little Ralphs, Ralph Jr. and Ralphette. They're all going to school at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's nice.
How about you, Tim? How's your time, Tim?
I mean, it's good. I don't have any little Tims running around quite yet, which is fine. Which is fine with me.
What if you got some Tim Tams?
Some Tim Tams?
Yeah, it's like a snack, right? Tim Tams?
Yeah, Tim Tams. Mm-hmm. That does sound familiar. I don't know what it is, but
I don't know either.
Yeah,
I'm unfamiliar.
Is that like a Good and Plenty?
I know it is definitely not. I think it's like a little like a cookie, like a little thin cookie thing, the little biscuit that you would eat, have with tea.
Oh, I see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, yeah, I mean,
you'd get that. You get some Tim Tams, you get some crumpets, you're all good.
Yeah,
good to go.
Yeah. Like a Biscoff. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, Biscoff is but I don't know if it's that kind of flavor. Is it? I don't know if it is. I like a Biscoff.
Oh yeah. You can buy Biscoff butter. Just like
I do know that it's
Biscoff.
Biscoff flavor. I gotta be honest. The idea of having Biscoff butter it disgusts me.
So good.
No, I can't. No. No.
I bet. Okay. Like on its own, like I would never have a Biscoff. Actually, a Biscoff and jelly sandwich doesn't sound too bad. But what you could do is you could use the Biscoff butter in like some sort of sweet, bakeable type thing. Like layer it in to like a something, and then bake that, and then it comes out and it's all gooey and stuff, and I bet that would be good.
Sounds pretty goo.
Yeah.
So Tim, I wanted to tell you about a couple of things. So there's a few updates I have, and
hit me with it, Ralph.
I have one that my wife Jenny doesn't know. I'm sure she's like, Jenny.
Yeah.
Anyway, you know her. But I picked up Logan. That's true. I would never go with Janet. Jenny's better. Anyway, so I picked up Logan and Michelle today because I needed to take them to the dentist. So I picked them both up early from school. They're doing awesome. They're having a good year so far. I mean, it's only been 3 days, but so far so good. But as I was picking up Logan, I always talk to him about like his day and like how it's going. And he said that people were talking about music and their favorite bands. And he told me that he told his class that his favorite band was Stray Kids.
Oh, snap.
So, influencing him young. And you know what he said his favorite song was? Jeanette would know.
Who's Jeanette?
She's this lady I know.
Okay.
But Jenny would also know.
Okay.
But it's Boxer.
Oh, Boxer's a good one.
Boxer's a good one, but like deep cut, right? Like that's a B-side. Like
yeah,
but he loves it, and we haven't listened to it in a long time. But yeah, he apparently told his class that his favorite band is Stray Kids and his favorite song is Boxer, and I just think that's really, really great. I mean, I love that.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. And what's his favorite podcast?
I think it's what is it called? It's not our podcast. He's not allowed to listen to this.
Do we swear too much for him?
Yeah, Ear Snacks? Is that what it was called?
Okay, well, never mind.
Hold on. He does like listen to a podcast for kids. What do you mean you don't care? You just asked about my son's interests. Okay?
Well, if it's not ours,
I'm gonna tell you. No. I'm going to tell you if I can find it. What is it? I don't know.
I died, DK. My BFF.
Your BFF Jill?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I never used the default. I have no idea. All right. Well, I don't know. Jeanette would, that's what it is. It's Wow in the World. That's what it's called.
Wow in the World.
Yeah, we even bought him a book from it a long time ago. It's like a science podcast for kids. And he would listen to this one episode like on repeat where it was about a Japanese. It was a guided meditation of a Japanese beetle going through the intestines of a frog and being pooped out. So he likes it for obvious reasons.
Okay.
Anyway. No, I mean, like, that's a real thing that happens. And he, yeah, it is gross and it's funny. And, anytime a kid hears something about poop, they think it's hilarious. So
yeah, naturally.
Yeah. Anyway, I got to tell you about some media updates, some things I've been up to.
Yeah,
one of the things you're familiar with. I started listening to a new podcast.
Oh, okay.
They're bigger than us. So I assume that if we talk about them here, then we'll actually get more blowback with people listening to us than the other way around. I'm not worried about setting our. Anyway, it's Tony and Ryan, and it's an Australian podcast. They do it daily, and I gotta tell you, the first week, I guess it was like not this week, but the week before, I started listening to it in earnest every day that they were recording, and then I was just like, man. They put out an episode every day, but they didn't put one out on Friday. And I went the whole weekend going like, oh, that's so weird. I wish I would have had another episode on Friday. Because they're short. They're like 30 minutes, but they're really funny. And I've been enjoying it a lot. I was fed them on my For You page constantly. And so I just acquiesced. I was like, I must listen to the whole episode. And it's really good.
Mm-hmm.
But I realized that Friday in America is Saturday because of the international dateline in Australia. So they do, and I realized this because it was Sunday and a new episode came out and I was like, that's weird. Why did they release an episode on Sunday? Oh, I'm just, okay. Time is weird, right? Anyway, it's a good little podcast and it's bite size, which is great because the other podcasts I listen to are like 2-3 hours long, so that's nice. The other thing that I started watching was The Amazing Race Australia.
Okay.
And the thing is that like I started watching this like really old because I wanted to watch. Oh, right. Let me. I gotta go back because I as long as we're doing these updates, right? I told you last week when we met that I started watching an Australian show called Hunted, AU.
Yeah.
Where they like hunt people down and stuff. I watched the whole first season. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it for what it was. But I had some lingering questions about how the show is made. And like, cause it's like a little creepy. I'm like, these people are not in the government. They don't have any like judicial mandate that they can get access to anything. So how are they getting access to all of the CCTV like instantly? Like, why are they able to do that? That seems really weird, right? Mm-hmm. They shouldn't have like a live feed of all CCTV unless, they've had something worked out. But even then, so I waved it off in the first season because I was just like, well, they're promoting how awesome the police are. So like maybe they did get a live feed. I don't know. But then I was watching the second season, a little bit of it. And at one point there was somebody who goes to a house and they go inside and that house had like private, like their own CCTV cameras for their own security. And like some people showed up at the house, like the people who were doing the hunting, and they were like, they got cameras here. Let's check them and see if they're in that house. And I'm like, that's a private camera. What do you mean? That's just like a camera on somebody's garage. Like, you're not going to get access to that. And then they literally show the footage. And I'm like, how the fuck are they able to? And so I start Googling. Googling. And they answered some questions. One of which was, how do they get the CCTV so fast? Blah, 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 right? And they said, actually, every person who's on the run actually has a second film crew that follows them everywhere in secret and like films them from afar. And like once per day, the hunters can just request their video. And that's what the quote unquote CCTV is. And so they're not actually even getting CCTV. They just have a second film crew who's just giving away their location. So it doesn't matter how careful they are. It doesn't matter if they try to avoid the cameras because they have a film crew with them, and that's how they're getting their location.
Yeah.
And at that point, I had to stop watching the show. It took me out of it, and I can't watch that show anymore. So now I'm watching The Amazing Race Australia, and it's been very pleasant, although hard to find. But you know me, yar har har, I can find it.
Yeah, naturally.
Anyway, it's been good. So yeah, that's my media update for everyone who was interested, because I am hyper focused apparently on watching Australian reality TV right now. So
naturally,
yeah. What have you been up to? I mean, you're done a little bit, I guess, with Baldur's Gate at this point.
I'm not done because I'm on my second playthrough, but I am. I romanced Karlach finally.
I don't know who that is, but go on.
Karlach, the tiefling.
I haven't met this person.
Well, you should. You should.
Maybe.
Yeah.
If you say so.
I mean, you don't have to, I guess, but she's a potential companion.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I didn't have enough time, I think, in my original playthrough, because I met her I was ready to move on to Act 2, and I had done everything in Act 1 except for explored a few areas. So I was like, okay, well, I'll go see what's up with all those places. And that's when I met her. So I didn't have enough time in my second playthrough to build up a good enough relationship to do anything. She was kind of neutral with me the whole rest of the game. So I was like, okay, well, anyway, so I got to see how that all plays out. It's fun. It's cool. Her story is pretty interesting. So
yeah, that's cool.
I recommend finding her.
Yeah, if I find her, I'll see.
Yeah, but so I did that, and then I moved on to Act 2. I'm in Act 2 now. On my second playthrough, mainly because I didn't. Wow. Well, it's not like I did everything in Act 1 again. I did the stuff that I felt was important to do because I've already done everything in Act 1. I'm pretty sure on the original playthrough I did everything. But obviously there's different ways to do stuff. So there were a couple things that I did. Oh, one thing that I did that I had an idea in my head about, but I Googled it. It's kind of a spoiler, but not really. Because so when you were in the Goblin Stronghold, if you have any intentions of playing Baldur's Gate and don't want spoilers, don't listen to this next part. But
skip ahead a couple minutes.
Skip ahead. And when you're in the Goblin Stronghold, there's those 3 True Soul guys, and you killed all 3 of them, right?
Correct. I assassinated them. With fire barrels.
So one of them, the one named the Drow, named Minathra or something like that. She is a potential companion.
What?
You have to go the evil route. She wants you to she wants you to destroy the grove, basically. And that's how you get her as a companion. But I was like, what happens if instead of killing her, I just knock her out in combat, Right. And so I did that. I just knocked her out. I killed everyone else in the stronghold, but I knocked her out. And I was like, if I just knock her out, the game acts like I did everything I was supposed to do. Like when I went and talked to Hausen, he was like, cool, you killed everyone, great job. You know, and all this. And so I'm thinking in my head, I didn't kill her though. So she probably shows up again later on, like in Act 2 or Act 3. Like she shows up and she's like, hey, whatever. And maybe I don't have to go the evil route to get her as a companion because like I spared her life, you know, maybe something like that. No. Well, the game considers her dead, even though I didn't kill her.
What? Lame. That's lame. All right. Well,
it may be a bug, but I don't know. We'll see if they do something about that later.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know, but it's cool. It's a cool game. Fun.
Yeah. That's what I've been up to. And as far as TV, I've been watching a lot of Shameless.
I don't know what that is, but all right.
It's a show about people that live in Chicago.
Oh, okay.
And
do they have a lot of shame or?
No, in fact, that's kind of like, it took me a little bit to kind of get it. I don't know why I don't know why it didn't catch on immediately, but Shameless is a show about people that are kind of like lower class, you know. They live in the south side of Chicago and don't have a lot of money, but there's like you know, there are these 6 kids that just live in this house, and their dad is like just a deadbeat drunk, you know, doesn't do anything. Their mom left, and it's just kind of like about their lives. It's very entertaining.
Good.
And some of the characters you start rooting for, but everyone sucks. Everyone is shitty. And but it doesn't really call attention to their shitty behavior. And it just kind of like, because everything just seems normal. Like everything that's happening is just kind of like, oh yeah, this is just like what happens. Like this is their lives, you know. And then I was like, oh, it's like they have no shame.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
So, yeah.
Well, that's interesting. I mean, that seems like it could be a fun watch.
I mean, there's like 13 seasons, so.
Oh my God, I'll never watch that. I might start watching some episodes of Detective Conan, however.
Hell yeah. Case
and
closed.
You know why? I would never watch the English dub. That's yeah.
Well,
anyway.
I'm sorry, Phil. I didn't know that was what that was. I thought it was a saying in the show. Okay.
Yeah, it's the English name for the show. Even though they could have just called it Detective Conan. I don't know why they didn't just do that, but sure.
Yeah.
It's got an English name. They don't have to be like, oh, well, you know, we can't call it Metante Conan. Like they could just call it detective. Like we on the internet. I have look. This has happened a couple of times, right?
Yeah.
And I was furious because I watched the first season, I guess, of this anime about these it's like a shonen battle anime where there's a bunch of different people and they basically get like a little almost like a little doll. They're not dolls though. They're like little people and they have abilities and they battle each other. And like there's like a giant tournament going on, you know, standard shonen battle anime stuff, right? And when the Japanese title of that was Konjiki no Gashuberu, or the Golden Gash Bell. And I understand that titling in English on TV, maybe they were like, I don't really like the sound of gash being in the title of this show. But they changed the name to Zatch Bell. They dropped Golden, the show and it was like they put it on Toonami, right? Like, and they changed it to Zatch, Zatch Bell. Has nothing to do with. So that drove me up the wall. And yeah, I think Case Closed is kind of like it's not nearly as egregious, but because I was already mad about that one, I felt the emotion just jumped straight to Case Closed as well, because Case Closed like makes sense. It's about solving mysteries, right? I get it.
But
it
at the same time, why change it? Why change it at all? It make no sense.
Well, right. I don't know. Maybe there is like an old 50s detective show called Detective Conan. I have no idea. I don't know why. Yeah, but I mean, like, because he's named after Sir Arthur Conan Doyle.
Yeah.
He wrote author of Sherlock Holmes.
Right.
And the Professor E. Challenger books. Let's not forget those, right? The Lost World, huh?
The Lost World.
You know The Lost World. They made a TV show in the 90s. It was not... I liked it, I think is the right way to say that about it. I don't think it was well received. It's like, there's like a plateau that these people go to, and they find that there's like dinosaurs there that like survived. Anyway.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah.
Wasn't that one of the Jurassic Park like subtitles? Like
yes. Yeah.
The
second Jurassic Park was called, the second one was called The Lost World. Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. But guess what? I think Conan Doyle's was first. So, but he didn't sue because he was dead.
Yeah, I was gonna say
he'd been dead for a while,
for a minute or two. Yeah.
Right. Anyway, Professor E. Challenger's cool. And tonight, Tim, we watched the SKZ Log from Stay Week. What'd you think of this?
Great.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it, but again, as with every time we watch something like this, in the back of my head, I'm like, okay, they're just doing stuff.
Yeah, it was pretty funny though.
But no, I enjoyed it. I was able to work past the that part of
you got through the barrier,
the barrier of I don't really want to watch people just do stuff that I do. Like they went to McDonald's,
sure.
they went through the McDonald's drive-through, and I'm like, oh, okay, I've done that.
Yeah, they were on a road trip and they stopped for McDonald's, and that lasted a while. Going through the line. I mean, I enjoyed it. It was fun to even that part, like seeing them go through. Also, I definitely I took notes. I mean, I know this is an episode where they just like sat around and did stuff, but like the idea of going to a McDonald's and getting cheese sticks and all of this stuff, I was like, oh man, I'm immediately hungry.
Yeah.
But like that's like typical road trip fare, right? Like I want some junk food and go on a road trip.
Yeah.
They drove far away to I'm gonna go with Gapyeong.
Yeah. They went to a place.
And so I was curious, right? Because well, I'll say this. They had to stop. They also stopped for gas. So they stopped for gas, then McDonald's, and then it was like a lot of like shots of them during the road trip, which I thought were cute. I mean, I thought those were cute. Hyunjin feeding everyone Changbin's like chicken sandwich was pretty funny. Changbin eating a part of the wrapper by accident because he bit too deep. That was pretty good. Hyunjin like sneakily getting a bite in there. Like, I don't know. It was all pretty funny, but like the idea of like, like when you have a passenger princess, their like job is to feed you French fries, right? That's the job.
Yep.
You know what you signed up for. But also getting cheese sticks, and those cheese sticks were large, my dude. Did you see them?
Yeah.
It was, I think either Hyunjin is smaller than what I imagine he is, or those cheese sticks were enormous, like double the normal size, I think. Yeah. So I don't know, like the size of like a normal, mozzarella stick. You know what I'm talking about? Like,
yeah,
like the string cheese.
Yeah.
Because that's what they use, right?
Yeah, you bread a string cheese, deep fry it, and then you dip it in marinara sauce.
That's what Pizza Hut stuffed crust pizza is also.
Yeah,
like it's just
string cheese
in the crust.
Yeah, which is fine. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, no, it's totally
I like more
fine.
cheese with my cheese. I mean, shit, sometimes I just have a full dairy meal, mac and cheese. You know what mac and cheese is? Mac and cheese is pasta with milk and a different kind of milk and then a different kind of milk. So
yeah,
it's kind of awesome.
That's every once in a while. There's this video of like British school children trying biscuits and gravy for the first time, like American style biscuits and gravy. I love biscuits. And they're like laughing at it because they're like, this is gravy? Those are biscuits? What are we talking about? This is hilarious. Like they start off looking at it that way and then they take a bite and they're like, all right, here we go. And then you can literally pause at the moment where they're just like, oh my God, my soul has left my body. What is this flavor? and I remember seeing an old TikTok like Stitch where somebody was like, yeah, in the South, we thought, what you really need with your biscuit is more bread. You got bread. And then you take powder bread and you mix that with milk and you cook it up. Yeah. And then you pour it on top of your bread so that you have bread with liquid bread on top, and it's delicious.
Yeah. Yeah. The only thing that could make it better, I think, is if you also had a beer with it. Liquid bread with other liquid bread and bread.
Right. Yeah. And some Italian sausage. Like you got to put Italian sausage in that gravy. I'm just, that's just a me thing, but I fucking love it.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm not too big of a fan of Italian sausage.
How dare you?
Look, I'll eat it. Like it's okay, but I'm not like if I could not eat it, I would be okay,
Why?
Why? It's just kinda,
have you been having bad Italian sausage? I don't get it.
It's all right.
Oh my! Wow,
it's not great.
We're going different directions. What do you mean? I feel like I've been lied to my entire life right now. Everybody likes Italian sausage.
Not everybody. No. If I could pick, like any other type of sausage other than Italian is good. Any other? Is I think better than Italian sausage. You know what I really like though? I forget what it's called, but it's kind of like a sweet sausage. I think it's a Filipino thing. Or I could be wrong about that, but I forget what it's called though. But it's like sweet and it's good. It's kind of like reddish brown in color.
Reddish brown. I don't know.
Anybody know what I'm talking about?
I like a lot of different sausages. I'll like a kielbasa sausage.
Oh yeah, kielbasa with red beans and rice. Or
oh yeah, oh fuck yeah. I'm watching them eat like the French fries and everything. I literally I sneakily messaged Jeanette while we were watching, and I was just like, hey, I don't want to make you do any extra work because she's been working full time now, and she's it's tough, especially it's her first week. Like it's been. There's a lot of adjustments and stuff. So I'm before she was working, I wouldn't feel guilty really being like, I would still ask. I'm not being like, hey, get in the kitchen and make me a egg sandwich. But now I'm like, okay, you listen, you can say no. You don't have to do this, but I am so hungry from watching them eat all this McDonald's. Like, would you be able to, when we're done here, make me an egg sandwich? And she's like, yes. So I'm gonna have an egg sandwich here in a little bit.
Longanese, yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, longanisa. I don't know how to say it. Yeah, Filipino style. Yeah. This shit is busted.
It's busted. No cap.
No cap, Ralph.
What about look, Tim?
Good.
Have you had lumpia? You know what I'm talking about? Lumpia.
Oh, yeah. Have I had lumpia? You know what they serve every Wednesday on a ship? Lumpia.
Oh my God. Why? That's such a weird choice. Maybe because it's just like a wrapper with meat inside, so it's an easy prep.
Wait, no, it's not Wednesday. Wednesday's burger day. What day is it? I think it's Friday. It may be Thursday or Friday. No, it's Thursday, I think. Yeah. It's a day. Every day of the week has its own kind of general theme for the most part, unless they just aren't doing that for whatever reason. Wednesday is always burgers and hot dog day, at least on the ship that I was on. What the
hamburgers and wieners?
What the fuck are grits? You got to watch yourself some My Cousin Vinny if you want that answer.
Look, the idea of grits disgusts me.
Yeah.
Like, just the word, it makes me feel like people are eating rocks. But yeah, it's just like a porridge.
It's part of the corn. I think it's the little, isn't it the little guy in a kernel of corn?
The little guy?
You know that little guy?
Yeah, that little guy.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Picture,
he's just a little guy.
Yeah, picture a corn, right? And then there's that little guy that's just in there that you can like kind of squeeze out. You know what I'm saying?
Is this? Yeah, I don't know.
It's the little guy.
I don't know what you're talking about because I've never had grits because I don't care to eat them.
Kernel. Hold on. Cooked.
Are you gonna search corn kernel little guy?
No. It's they're not gonna know what I'm talking about, but I'm gonna try to I'm gonna try to find like a close up of some corn.
Like the seed part, I'm guessing is what you mean.
Okay.
Like,
picture corn off the cob, right? Just a little corn kernel off the cob.
Right.
And all right, so you've got the casing, right, around the meat. Right. And then at the end, the part that connects to the cob,
the poiky part
on that end, there is this little kind of like triangular type thing that is part of in the casing, and it's part of the meat, but it's separate. That's the little guy that I'm talking about.
Okay, all right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Okay. I know what little guy you're talking about. Yeah, anyway, you think that's what grits is? I don't know.
I don't know, but
okay, all right, fair. Yeah, all right. We're just making it up. All right. That's what it is. That's what grits is. Anyway, they had that. I have to point out that during the car ride, this was one of my favorite parts of the episode is Hyunjin singing Heyday.
Yeah,
I'd be lying if I said I didn't see clips of this on TikTok, but oh my God, like seeing the full thing is hysterical. And I literally wrote down like, oh my God, wait, no. Stray Kids sing Heyday in the car just like me. Cause it's like, hey, you know, like it's pretty funny. I don't know. And this was right after the fan meet. Like they had just like a day after the fan meet, I guess. Maybe it was more than a day. I don't remember. But yeah, so like it was fun. I mean, like I enjoyed his rendition of Heyday. I have a part of it right here. That's perfect. That was from the actual fan meet. In case anyone was wondering, Tom knows. Yeah, so then as they pulled up to where they were arriving, they were Lino's car was listening to the Detective Conan theme song, going dun 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 dun. You know the one I'm talking about.
I know, because I was there when we watched it just a minute ago.
Ah, yes. I had the immediate thought. I was like, I gotta watch Detective Conan. I gotta watch that.
Mm-hmm.
I have shitloads of it available to watch somehow.
Yeah.
And I have not been watching it. It's just sitting there on a hard drive somewhere.
I just had an idea. I got to write it down because we gotta do
okay. Is it similar to the idea that you had with what you had?
What?
With your game? That didn't make any sense. With your game library. Yeah, that was the theme song to Detective Conan, which I love. And I wrote down here that I'm more easily influenced than I believed. Because I was like, oh, Stray Kids are listening to the theme song of Detective Conan and they all know it. I should watch more Detective Conan. I need to watch more. I enjoy it. It's whodunit mysteries. It's like my favorite thing. The only reason why I don't watch it more is because I have to give it my full attention, and I like to do more than one thing at a time.
You're telling me, man. That's why I don't watch anime as much as I want to, because like, I when I watch things, I want to also do another thing, and anime just takes too much concentration. Maybe if I actually got some medication for my mental disorder, I would be able to do it, you know?
Yeah. I'm going to go to a psychiatrist and be like, hey, I really need Adderall. I need to get on Adderall because I need to watch more anime and I'm having a hard time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I used to watch it a lot when I was younger. Now, because it was what I was using to distract myself from other things. But now it's like the thing that I want to do. So, like, can I have drugs to help me do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good. I also did look up. I spent a good chunk after they got there and we're like setting up the karaoke and getting the food ready and stuff. I spent a good chunk of time trying to figure out, like, okay, where is the city they went to, and they were coming from Seoul. So like, where, like, what was the distance there? Because they were like, when they first got to this house where they were staying, they were like, okay, like, who's going to cook the dinner? And I was like, whoa. Didn't you guys just eat McDonald's?
Yeah,
and like a shitload of it? Everybody had like a fucking milkshake. Like, what do you mean? Like,
it was just a road trip snack. Okay. It was a snack. It wasn't a meal.
They ordered several meals and milkshakes and cheese sticks and all kinds of stuff. All right.
And
so that's a meal. I looked it up. It's a 57-minute drive. And I'm like, I don't know. Like 57 minutes is pushing it to be like, oh, that's just a road trip snack. If it was like a 2-hour trip and they ate it at the very beginning, which we know they did, then I'd be like, oh, well, you know, it's been 2 hours, right? Like 2 hours is fine, but less than an hour. And I'm like, I don't know. When I drove the kids to their dentist and then back home today, that round trip was probably like close to an hour. So
yeah,
I didn't eat before and after.
What? Anna and I went on a little kind of short road trip recently, which was to pick up Sam. This was, I say recently, this was like a little while ago, like a month or two ago. But we went to pick her up, and it was like an hour and a half drive, and we got some Wendy's on the way. And
Wendy's.
Yeah, and you know what? I was hungry when we got home. So
and so you ate again?
Yeah, I made steak and potatoes for dinner.
Okay. All right. Look,
I think that was the same.
I get it.
The same day.
I think that more than anything, it makes me go like, you know, stray kids, they're just like me, because like on many occasion, I've more the opposite, but I found myself like Jeanette and I and the kids, like, we'll have dinner at like 6, and then like 9 p.m. rolls around and I'm like, how about we go get McDonald's or In-N-Out?
Yeah.
What do you think about second dinner?
Second dinner. Yeah.
Yeah. We've had one dinner, but we need a second dinner.
And, you know, sometimes McDonald's it just hits that spot, you know, even if you're not hungry, but like, you're just like, I need something, like, okay, 2 days in a row this week. Let me tell you, I was a little stressed out from things happening at work. And so I on my way home, I was like, it's a fucking large fry from McDonald's kind of day, you know?
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, for sure.
So the first day I was like, okay, I'm getting 2 McChicken. I didn't eat lunch, I think. So I was like, I'm getting 2 hot and spicy McChickens, 2 large fries, and one of the fries is not for me, by the way, it's for Anna, and then 2 large strawberry banana smoothies, and then obviously, of course,
I'm sorry, they have strawberry banana smoothies
at McDonald's. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, and they are good. And
is that one of those things where they actually mean it, like they'll actually make it, because like the ice cream machine's always down, you know, like the smoothie machine's not down?
Every time I've ordered it, they've had at least a flavor of smoothie. Sometimes I order strawberry banana and they only have the mango whatever.
Okay.
But you know, I was like, okay, this is like a little treat, you know, because I'm upset. And,
right. Yeah, that makes sense.
And then, but the next day I was upset again. So I was like, 2 hot and spicy McChickens and a large fry, please.
There's nothing better than eating when you're like not feeling good.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's just like, I just want to eat food.
Yeah.
Stress eating is like, it's not healthy, but it sure as fuck feels good.
Yeah. Especially, I don't know. Cause the other thing is that like, I've been really trying, to like be better about my diet lately. And I've been doing I've been doing really good. Breakfast and lunch, I just do shakes, right? And then whatever we cook for dinner, you know, is like fine, whatever it is. But so like most days, I'm just like have a shake in the morning and shake in the afternoon, good to go, you know. But even if I drink that shake in the afternoon, if I'm feeling a little stressy, I'm like, hot and spicy McChickens are right around the corner, you know. Or if I'm not craving the hot and spicy, it's a beefy 5-layer burrito with potatoes from Taco Bell.
With potatoes, yeah, we've talked about this. This is important. Add potatoes,
and fire sauce. Although last time I asked for fire sauce and they gave me Diablo, which I was like, fuck. I don't know how I feel about this, but I tried it and it's actually pretty good. So
there you go. Diablo's got the Tim endorsement.
Yeah.
It's got the Tim seal of approval.
Yeah. Diablo's not bad. I mean, Diablo 4, garbage, but Diablo sauce from Taco Bell, pretty good.
I still haven't beat it. I haven't beat the campaign.
Yeah, well, it's not worth it. Just uninstall it. That's what I did.
I bought it on PS5.
Oh, well, uninstall it.
Well, anyway. So, Stray Kids, right? This is a Stray Kids podcast.
This is a Stray Kids podcast, yeah.
So they ate some food while watching some videos of their performances. They were specifically more moved by the performance of, and kind of brought to silence by their performance of Levanter. And I know, like, for Stay, especially if you've been to Stay for a while, like, Levanter becomes, like, very meaningful because this was, like, the one that they were working on when all the stress happened because a member left the group and they had to find themselves. I mean, like, we're rewatching the Survival show right now, and we're going to get to re-witness that, like, that like question mark that hangs in the air of like, hey, without all the members, does the chemistry still work? Is it still there? Because like the thing that made them special was them as a 9-member group at that time.
Yeah.
So like, I bet they were wondering like how things would work out. It was very stressful. And they had to re-record it and all of that stuff and do that. They had to, you know, delay it and then do the music shows. Like it must have been so hard. So yeah, it's emotional for them. Yeah, but it was good. I mean, I enjoy seeing that vulnerability from them. Like, I think that's important. And you know, like the one thing I don't want it to do is have it bring up more drama around that guy who's in a, you know, TV show right now.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. This is my United States of whatever. Also, they did a performance of the Neverending Story. What'd you think of that? Did you like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's I wrote down here that it's in my top 3, but I do think it's number 3.
Oh.
I think my number 1 performance of them doing Neverending Story is from the fan meet, the one that we watched. Number 2 is the live stage that we have seen. That's the one that we watched like when we first heard Neverending Story, where they're all just like standing there with microphones. And this is number 3. I mean, I think that this is like, because it's like more fun, you know, it's like, it was just nice. And I especially like some of the moments of like Lino singing into the microphone while like putting it in his shirt and holding it against his body while still like cleaning up after dinner, which I thought was pretty funny and cute. It was good. Mm-hmm. And Changbin, you know, killing it doing Han's parts for the most part. Yeah, pretty good. Han, tightening up and singing, even though he had a stomach ache, probably from eating too much food. I'm just gonna put it out there.
Yeah, you think that's what it was?
Yeah, I mean, or he ate too much McDonald's specifically.
I mean that
will do it.
That'll do it for sure.
Yeah. Yeah,
man, especially
he's just like me.
Especially when you get that large fry. Most of the time lately, if I'm going to McDonald's, I'll get like a small or a medium fry, just so I get that little bit of goodness. But man, that large do be hitting different.
Yeah. Yeah, it will. All right,
I'm here for it.
You should be. And I hope that you're here for the new songs we're about to listen to.
Oh my God.
We're gonna find out. For Stay Week, Stray Kids released a new song. It's a SKZ player, and it's called "Party's Not Over." And we're gonna watch it and see what you think.
Let me know what you think.
Yeah, I've got it on the stream. I posted the link. Man, aren't I fast? And yeah. So, let's do it. I put on the subtitles because I'm curious about the I haven't watched it. Or did I? Maybe this one I did watch, actually. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So don't stop, we like this party. I just be with the music. We're going to light up the darkness. With the true the spotlight, yeah.
All right, Tom, that's Party's Not Over. I mean, Tim, shit. Sorry.
That's all right, Ralph. It's understandable. It's just one letter
difference.
So.
You can get it wrong. Anyway, what'd you think?
It's definitely a bop, but it's like one of those banger bops, like it's a banger of a bop,
A banger of a bop. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And not something I'd put. I mean, it's a good song, don't get me wrong, but not something I'd put on my regular rotation just because it's a little too upbeat. It's like too happy. Like, come on, bring it down a notch. All right.
No, I get it. Yeah. And it's like, it doesn't quite go hype. It's like, and I'm sure this is how they're going to use it. To me, it sounds like the song that they will play after they get done playing Grow Up for 30 minutes to start to like close down the concert,
Yeah.
And then they'll end with Haven after that, right? Like so that's or go with Haven. Yeah.
Party's Not Over is pretty appropriate though for like closing out a concert, I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But yeah, it's good. It's a good song.
Yeah. Well, the next one we have is a SKZ record.
Okay.
And it is Sungmin.
Is it a record or is it a record?
I don't know. I don't know. And I just generally I pick one and I just go with it.
Yeah. Well, I will say Sungmin I feel like stood out to me on that last one. Party's Not Over.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I thought he had some spectacular, I mean, not everyone was awesome, but
right.
But I liked I don't know, for some reason Sungmin stood out to me on that one. So.
Yeah. No, I think he did great. I also Changbin singing, clean vocals, beautiful, love it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like how his line was, one of his lines was light up the darkness, and I was like, wow, really? Changbin's lighting up the dark. He loves dark,
Yeah, he does love dark. Yeah. I think he's being specific there. I mean, like, I think he's talking about like actually, like, literally talking about they just got done being on tour for like 1 million years, right? They were on tour for almost 2 years with like a little COVID break in the middle because they got sick. So like, it's like literal of being on stage and wanting the lights to come on and stay on and light up the darkness, as it were. He doesn't want the show to end,
Yeah.
Not okay. I'm not gonna. What? What were you gonna say?
Well, I was gonna say, you ever done like concert band or anything like that? Like, you ever been on a stage before?
I've sort of, yeah.
Oh, Yeah,
I played the trombone in middle school, so
but
kind of a big deal.
Did you have concerts that you went to?
Yeah, we had concerts. Yeah.
So you know what it's like being up on stage, having those fucking bright ass lights, beaming down on you. You can't see the fucking audience, and you're like, okay, God, I can't wait for this shit to be over.
I don't think that's how they feel though, but yeah.
That's how I
That's
felt.
how you. Yeah, that makes sense. That holds up.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that, like, it seemed like, it was a nice like ending to like cap the whole tour and everything. It's like a nice gift for stay, and then they went to Japan, and they started doing the Dome tour because they're doing a Dome tour right now.
Okay.
And I've only seen some clips. However, we did manage to get a hold of the full show. And I don't know what kind of quality it is, but I'm going to take a look at it and decide if it's something that we should watch for posterity's sake.
Okay.
But I saw some clips. And they... I can't say that. They put their all into it. I immediately became like jealous of how good the show was for Japan for this Dome tour. And I was like, I saw you live. I bought the Blu-ray and you're going to do this?
Yeah.
Like, can you put this on Blu-ray, please? Like, they did a bunch of solo songs we've never heard before.
Really?
Yeah. Felix had a solo stage where he was basically naked. I mean,
okay.
It was insane.
It was hot.
I mean, it was definitely hot. Everybody was getting wrecked by that moment. Not to mention, like, Bang Chan's, moment with the sunglasses. And there's this moment where, like, I've seen a clip of it where Lino was like staring forward and Changbin like comes over and he like waves his hand in front of his face. And then Lino just grabs him and twists him around like he's going to kiss him right on the mouth.
Oh.
Yeah. So, and people are insinuating that like the staff, like then like the TV, like cut off, like the big screen, like turned off, but I'm sure that was planned. I don't think that was, anyway. Anyway, I'm a little jealous and we'll see if we can watch that later. 'Cause we're definitely going to do that.
Okay.
If it's good quality. If it's terrible and we can't hear it, then it's not. It's just a concert, right?
Yeah.
But it's kind of a big deal. Yeah. But while we wait on that, let's listen to the solo song by Seungmin called "Hold On."
Just hold on,
All right, Tim, what'd you think about "Hold On" by Seungmin? Written by Han, by the way.
By Han.
Yeah,
it's a ballad.
It is a ballad. Yeah. Mm-hmm. As they always seem to be. It seems like.
Yeah. But it's good.
Yeah. What'd you think? I mean, I was like, when I first looked at it, and I was like, oh, this is another Dead Dog song.
Yeah.
It's the second one to come out of these 8 men. How many more do they have? Like, it's very beautiful. This is definitely one of those ones where it's like, how like it's pretty common for people to be like, oh man, this like song that's Japanese is a bop, and it's like about like depression and suicide, and then they're like, are you okay? Kind of a thing. Like, but you don't know. If I didn't watch it with the lyrics on, I think I would get to enjoy it more than being like, oh, sure is a Dead Dog song. I don't know. but the vocals are beautiful. I mean, like, he's an amazing singer. It's very emotive, like, you know, and the imagery, Han, what the fuck? All right. Anyway, yeah. You gonna put that on your bangers playlist? Or?
Yeah, I think so. It's just like, I don't know, it just gets me so hyped thinking about Dead Dogs.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Gonna clip that out of context. All right.
Especially with how expensive my little guy has been being.
Yeah.
Jesus
Yeah, he has been. Yeah.
I'm over it.
Well, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Those little ones are expensive.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Absurd. We're just hanging out. We're about to listen to some new music here.
Yeah. We're just gonna listen to
just Ralph and Tim as always.
Yeah. Yep. Ralph and Tim.
Yeah, also Dead Dogs. We have been Dead Dogs. Yeah, let's Hyunjin did a SKZ record. I'm gonna use it both ways. Called Contradicting. Contradicting.
Is it supposed to be like that, or is it
No,
just
I don't think so. Well,
so that you
maybe
can see his
because the way
face?
he sings it. I haven't listened to the whole thing. I've heard a clip of this before somewhere. I don't remember, where I heard it. There was like a live or something. I don't remember.
Well, because they
played like
on the title on the on the video, it's just the word contradicting.
Right. Well, I don't. Contradicting
like
is a long word, and you probably couldn't have fit it on the square. So
he could if he used like a squiggly type font, like
Comic Sans.
Yeah. Oh man, I saw a TikTok.
I think you sent it to me.
Did I? About the web,
or maybe Jeanette sent it to me,
or whatever the fuck it's called.
Wingdings
Comic Sans.
We
made
Comic
a font
Sans
that nobody asked for and nobody wants.
Shittiest font
and it's
ever.
bullshit and it sucks ass. Yeah. You can't even read it.
Well, let's find out.
Yeah.
By listening to the song.
Okay.
Play.
Why is love so contradicting? I can't stop it, so addicting. Why is love so? Why is love so? Why is love so? Whoa, yeah.
All right, Tom, that's Contradicting. What'd you think?
I gotta be honest. I don't like it at all.
Oh no! What?
Yeah, it's not a. That's gonna be a nah for me, dog. And what? This is why Anna is my wife, because I was trying to think of the words, and before I could put it together, she sent this in chat, and it is it is perfect. I think she says, "I mean this in the kindest way possible," and I do. Look, Hyunjin, if you're listening to this at some point, like, you do you, man. It's your art, Don't let my opinion sway you, But like, yeah. So she goes on to say, that intro is giving E-Boy got his heart broken by the 5th E-girl in a row and made a SoundCloud song about it. Which is yeah. It's not good lyrically. It's fine in other regards, but
look, you say that, but that, like, it's not like a catchy hook in the chorus. However, it is currently stuck in my head. So it's like not catchy in a traditional way, but it is there, and I'm like, there's something to it. This is one of those ones where, like, people are gonna listen to it for a couple of weeks and be like, oh, yeah, I like this song. Like, of course, everybody would like this song.
Everyone?
I feel like. Well, maybe not
don't.
everyone.
I don't.
Okay,
like it.
Here's what it sounds like to me.
Okay.
Is that it sounds to me like a like emo bands, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So like on their albums, a lot of them would have like one like slower kind of ballad song. All the songs were about how girls don't understand them, but like,
yeah.
but they would always have one slower ballad song. And that's what this feels like to me.
Yeah.
Like, I think that if that's what he was going for, nailed it.
Yeah.
That doesn't have to be the kind of song that you like. So that's okay.
I suppose if that's what he's okay, sure. If that's what he's going for, which I could see it, it is, yeah, it's a perfect song. And I don't like any of those songs. I can't think of a single song that's like, oh, I'm so sad because girls don't understand me, that I have ever enjoyed. But I don't know. That's just me, I guess. I don't want to disrespect the art. It's just I'm not into it. It's not something.
What about the literal art that's in the background? Because he made that too.
That gives off the exact same vibes as the rest of the song.
It's so well done. I've been like looking around the like, it's like a watercolor almost. I think he did very good, but yeah, I mean, like it's fine. Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine if you like it and relate to it and connect with it and all that. And it's a fine song if that's what you're going for, which it clearly is. I just don't like that type of music.
Yeah, that's okay.
So
you don't have to.
I know I don't have to because I don't.
No, it's fine. You're good.
Yeah.
No worries. I'm sure this won't come back to bite you.
It won't.
No, I'm just kidding. It won't. With this show? No way.
Yeah. I've never been wrong about anything.
This is light work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Light work, no reaction. Right.
Look, it's just okay. It's fine. It's just I don't care for it.
That's fine. Tim does not have to like every song.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's okay.
Yeah. It gives Genji main vibes.
I don't know what that means.
Genji is a character in Overwatch that is super squishy.
I do know what that means, I guess.
And I imagine I'm not too familiar with the Overwatch scene, but the most Overwatch exposure I get is when Anna plays and I just hear just like so much rage coming from her office. And then, so here's what I think Genji main means. I think Genji main, because Genji is like a kind of squishy character, but if you play it really well, you can be really good, especially if you have what is known as a pocket healer, which is like someone that is just like there for you, not necessarily the whole team. So like if you have yourself a pocket healer, which if you're an E couple, the guy obviously is going to go for Genji, and then his little E girlfriend is going to be his little pocket healer, and they're just going to, try to be with each other the whole game, and he's going to try to impress her with how awesome he is at Genji, but he sucks. And so I think that's what Genji main means.
Yeah. All right, fair enough. Well, on that bombshell, I'll have you know that there is the upcoming Japanese album release in September. So that's going to be something to look forward to. We're going to get the song with Lisa. That's going to be super good. They already released one trailer for it. We're not going to watch that today, so don't worry. Because I think they'll probably release like at least one more, and maybe we'll catch that. We'll catch that next week. It'll be fun. We'll watch the Super Bowl MV next week. That sounds good too. It is. Do you want to watch it right now?
Yes.
Maybe that's a better way to end it. It's okay. Fair warning. It's the Japanese version.
Oh, but never mind.
Wait. No, wait. Before you go too far on it, okay. Here's the thing. The video is worth listening to the Japanese version because the video is really good. Okay. So we'll do that.
I'll take your word for it. Other people in chat are saying it's good.
All right, Tom, let's watch the Japanese music video for Superb Owl. All right, Tom, that's Super Bowl. What'd you think? Did you like that one? Is it pretty good?
Yeah. Oh man.
I will have you know. Let me report to you this one thing. There's the part at the beginning of the music video where Bang-chan puts the bread on the little mascot character, and it's clearly doing the "What are you, an idiot?" sandwich. You know.
Yeah.
Gordon Ramsay tweeted it out himself from his own personal account. Wow. Yes, he did. Yeah,
that's awesome.
I think he said like the comment that he had on the tweet was like, "Idiot sandwich has gone worldwide" or something like that. It was so funny. Yeah, it was really great. Yeah,
I'm wondering, how do they decide what is going to be what's going to be in Japanese in the song? Because most of it is English, and then they just kind of throw in a little bit of Japanese here and there. Like, why do that in the first place if they're just going to have a bunch of English in it still? You know,
because it's a good B-side. Because the Japanese market is very used to having English in their songs.
Yeah,
like a lot of songs use English, and so that's totally normal. And we've heard that in other like songs that they wrote that were originally in Korean that went over. What they end up doing to like make it flow is just they can't do a direct translation because the flow won't be the same, so they throw in a lot of extra English. And so this song already had the English. It was probably actually easier for them to go like, we'll just throw in a little Japanese here and there, bang bang boom, we got it. Yeah. So yeah. The lyrics are good. That all sounds good, and there's no problem there. Certainly was not a discourse on TikTok about any of the parts in there, and I laughed because you laughed, because I was just like, maybe you won't hear it.
There's no way. How can you not?
So let's just back it up a little bit here.
Yeah.
Can I get to that part?
Yeah.
I think it's.
What's funny is that pause for a sec. What's funny, or I don't know, kind of like coincidental or ironic, or I don't know what the fucking word for it is, but it's interesting to me that this exact part has this kind of you can mishear it in both the original and this version. This part, I think, sounds like something else in
the English version.
The English version, and it definitely sounds like something else. And if you think about it, both of them are a little related.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Let's see if I can find it. I'm gonna get the timestamp.
Here it is. It's coming. Do you know what I think it sounds like in English?
In English, what does it sound like to you?
The taste of something that happens if you do what it sounds like in the Japanese version.
Am I ever going to be able to hear this song normally again?
No.
I love this song so much, Tom. Like, I swear to God, like if you curse my brain.
It 100% does. Go listen to let's pull up the original right now and go to 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Pull up the original and let's listen to this. Am I wrong?
I've never misheard that lyric. I've always heard it the exact way it was said.
No.
Will I ever be able to hear it the right way again, Tom? Have you broken it for me?
That was the first. That's how I heard it the first time I heard it. And so I've never heard anything else. And so now we get the Japanese version, which is the act, and then the English version, which is the result.
Okay. All right. Look, I will leave it up to Stay. All right. When I'm editing this episode, I will put them back to back and you decide.
Okay.
You decide. I think it sounds normal.
No, it does not.
Anyway,
let's hear it again.
Fun.
Let's hear it
glad
again.
we did that.
Let's hear it again.
No, I already closed the window.
Okay.
It's too late. Yeah, we're gonna have to do it later. All right. Well, thanks for coming along on this ride with me, Ralph, and Tim. We're happy to have you here. Go to makeastay.com if you want to follow the adventures of Ralph and Tim, and we'll be here dropping F-bombs so you don't have to.
Yeah, you're fucking right about that.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, so
go ahead, Tim, say your famous catchphrase.
Fuck you, San Diego.
That's Ron Burgundy's catchphrase, not yours.
What's my catchphrase?
I don't know. I was just
fuck shit ass tits. Is that what you want from me?
Yep, that's it. Okay, bye everybody. Go to makeastay.com. Bye.
Plug. He just did. Makeastay.com. Go to makeastay.com.